Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Season 2 of the Antics podcast. We can only get better, seeing as our first season wasn't that sharp, but don't worry. We're ironing out the kinks, literally as we speak, because we've got the iron going.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Turn your engines to defrost because it is time to start Season 2. Let's kick it off.
We'll probably cut that.
Okay.
So yeah, Season 2. Season 1, massive success.
Yes.
Massive success.
You know, ticked
we
all the boxes.
went from a concept one night when we were just chilling out, drinking and having a yarn, to what this basically to making money off YouTube. Not much money, still qualifies though.
Yeah, this is a business.
Still makes us professional. We are just as good as other professionals. You know,
Yeah.
Some people wake up and get in a car and drive to an office and work 9 to 5, 5 days a week. We don't do that. We do this.
Yeah.
We do this for a living. We can live off 2 cents a year. So we're pretty stoked about that. So if you could share it around your friends, that'd be good, because then we could probably eat more than half a noodle a night, which would be good.
So even a night, mainly for the year.
Yeah.
Mainly gets you half a noodle for the year. That's rationing.
Yeah, and it's usually expired, kind of crusty, warm, probably from the.
Those Costco ladies take a bit of bartering and.
Gee, man, they don't like it. But well, it's what we do to survive.
That's us.
And in our first season, we went international.
That was earlier than expected.
Yeah, we didn't think we'd go international until, at least season 3.
Yeah, but we'll take that.
The fact that we're calling this season 2 does not mean it's going to be any more regimented or any more proper than season 1, because we have no idea our schedules yet, and I don't really know how we're going to do this. We'll probably work it out.
Yeah, it should come. Throughout the middle of the year,
we
mellow
will probably have our competition this season sometime.
Oh yes, the competition.
Probably this sometime.
The competition, the hype of season 2.
Okay, so we decided that we're going to have some structure for season 2. Would you believe it? Rather than just sort of, chucking up the laptop on a Friday night and watch a movie or play some video games or watch some sport and then
we might even have a few guest hosts.
Guest hosts, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, first time I've heard about this, but
they'll host. The venue.
Oh right.
We'll be hosting, no doubt.
Yeah. I thought it was sort of like, what if one of us can't make it, you would just replace him with someone else?
Oh no.
Oh right, okay. And even though,
but actually, that's an idea.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea. Yeah. So even.
Oh, he's so good at them. Sorry.
So yeah, as you can probably tell, even though we said we probably won't be just chucking out the laptop and then watching something, literally as we speak, it's Friday night and we're watching the tennis. So it won't be that structured. By some structure, we mean we'll have a plan before we start, rather than just sort of going and then we're sort of like, hey, so how about those All Blacks? We'll actually have some sort of format.
Yeah.
And to get us into control of things, we're going to start with New Year's recap. We had a break over the New Year's.
We did.
An
extended break.
I was working, and you were rowing and working.
Yeah.
And then rowing some more.
Yes.
So doing 3 times more than me. So. Yeah, we're gonna do a New Year's recap. So consider this the Antics recap.
The Antics recap.
Or the wrap up.
Or the wrap up.
Right. So we're gonna do this plain and simple, because I know most of our listeners already know because they were there with us. But we're gonna play it dumb. Jackson, where were you for New Year's this year?
Where was I for New Year's this year?
That's the question.
I was in Queenstown, New Zealand.
Queenstown? You know what? I was there too.
No.
What? Where'd you stay? For those of you who don't get the joke, we were actually in the same place.
Yeah, we were
Yep.
together.
Yeah, and our team of Reservoir Dogs references, Mr. Orange through Mr. White. So you know, it was pretty good actually.
Yeah, it was.
We had a pretty nice setup.
Nice.
Nice flat.
It was a good
room was booked for 4 people. They didn't allow more than 4 people in the room.
I think we got up to 8 at one point.
Yes, we got up to 8 sleeping. We had well more than that during the day. We had about, I think we had 15 at one point. But during the night we had double the numbers they gave us. And the reason why there was only 4 to rooms because there were 2 double beds, which made it a little bit awkward because we were a flat of all guys, and we were sort of a bit hesitant to find out that there were 2 double beds.
Yep.
But then we realised that we didn't care.
Yeah. We did.
We didn't. So we had a double bed pretty instantly because no one else wanted to share. So that was all good. And then the orange couple decided to take the other double bed.
The orange couple.
Orange couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that left the. Actually, no, tell you the truth. First night we were there, we were like, okay, obviously someone's going to sleep on the floor.
Yes.
But we're going to try and minimise the number of people that have to sleep on the floor. So actually, you and I and Mr. Orange slept on the bed for the first night. So it's 3 of us in a double bed.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Orange is what, 6'2"?
About that.
About 6'2". How tall are you?
6'1".
6'1". I'm just under 6'2", or just under 6'3". Can't remember. I'm under one of them. And
all pretty similar.
All pretty tall in a double bed that was originally designed for people who are 5'4".
Yeah.
So we were,
to say the least.
We were struggling.
Yeah, was I in the middle? Yeah, I was in the middle.
Yeah, I was on the end, which was a very poor choice because I ended up. Because the thing is with you, your problem was that you were slightly warm and you had 2 dudes on it. You had a dude on either side of you.
Very, very warm.
Which is on the grand scheme of things, that's a bit uncomfortable. Compare that to Mr. Orange, who did he fall out of bed?
He might have.
He fell out of bed once. I tried sleeping. I tried holding on, but I realised I couldn't fall asleep while engaging all of my muscles to stay on the bed.
Yeah,
so I ended up just sleeping on the floor for about 2 hours before I decided, fuck that. That was.
Did you actually?
What?
Oh, I didn't know that.
About 1:30 in the morning, I woke up and just slept on the floor for about 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
3:30, I woke up and just like,
this isn't working.
I can't deal with this. My shoulder is asleep. My ass is dead. I have to get back up on the bed.
Yeah.
And then after that, surprisingly, Mr. Orange didn't want to share a bed with us after that.
Yeah, that was quite convenient.
That was very handy. Although one night you didn't actually.
I didn't make it to the double.
You didn't make it to the bed. Where did you end up sleeping, Jackson?
I slept cuddled up to Mr. Orange, I believe.
Mr. Orange?
Yeah.
So you stayed with Mr. Orange, but on the floor?
On the floor, yeah.
Because I got back late that night, because I was in town. I got back late that night.
Wait, did I arrive before or after you?
Before?
That's right. I was asleep on the couch. Oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah. And I was like, oh God, someone's taking my bed. Walk in there, double bed, totally empty. I was like, oh.
Everyone fell asleep on the couch.
Sweet, this is brilliant. So I had the double bed to myself for about an hour and a half. Then I was woken up by Mr. Pink, who decided to walk in. Yeah. And he slept the night with me in the bed.
Yeah.
Which is good, because Mr. Pink, he's 6 foot something.
Is he 6 foot? Yeah.
Yeah, he's about as tall as me.
Bit deceptive.
But he is very skinny, so I didn't mind because he didn't take up much room.
But later after that, I woke up with a very, very uncomfortable because the couch, well, my head was hanging off one side and my knees the other. Yeah. So I woke up eventually. It was a very small man's flat. You'd have to be about 4 foot to fit on it. Yeah. Flat. Yeah. So I got up. I think the only person who could probably sleep comfortably on it would be Warwick Davis. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably about it. So I got up. I thought, all right, there's a lot of people on the floor. My double better not be taken. I go there. Already 2 people there. I thought, oh. So I just grab my sleeping bag and snuggle up to Mr. Orange on the floor.
He was very accommodating, Mr. Orange. He didn't mind much.
That's pretty good. Give and take. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Good God. So yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. So hang on, how did you get down to Queenstown? Well,
I actually drove.
You drove?
My parents' car.
Yep.
With said parent.
Said parent.
And Mr. White.
Mr. White.
Mr. White was with me and said parent.
Yep, that's pretty good.
And I actually drove to Fairley. I only had a bit of open road experience.
Oh, that's good. Did Mr. White fear for his life?
He was hungover and wasn't really thinking straight. So,
Mr. White, we will tell you who you are.
Yeah. So I think he could probably figure it out.
You could probably figure it out.
So yeah.
Hell, Mr. Orange and Mr. Pink could probably figure it out as well.
Yeah. So he wasn't too phased, and then we stopped in Tekapo.
Oh, really? Wow!
Yes.
Tell a funny story. I've got a house there.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
So we stop in Tekapo, and funnily enough, bump into you.
Yeah. At my house.
At your house, yes.
Wasn't planned or anything. Of course it wasn't.
No.
We just happened to have a car ready to roll with 2 spare seats.
Yeah.
So we road trip down with a relative of mine. We picked up Mr. Orange and Hanukkah.
That's right, yeah.
And then we head on through to Queenstown and turned up and had to check in, not knowing that...
had a few free Red Bulls and we managed to bump into the Red Bull ladies in Wanaka. That was pretty...
That's pretty good. That was a highlight of that trip, considering that I don't really like being driven places.
You don't?
I prefer to drive.
Oh, understandable.
Being driven places, especially over the Crown Range. I hate that road. So yeah, that was a highlight, meeting the Red Bull girls.
The old Red Bulls. Yeah, that new red flavour. That was raspberry or berry of some sort.
Some artificial berry.
Yeah, wasn't that good.
No,
so word of advice, don't buy it.
Red Bull, if you are keen to sponsor us, we will happily sell your product, but at this stage, hell no.
Yeah.
That sucked.
And if you are listening, Red Bull, that red drink wasn't that good.
No. Feel free to change up the flavour or something, or maybe come up with a different colour that's not related to your brand.
Or even stick to the blue one. The blue's good.
Blue, or just the original formula?
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, that's what... Oh, is there a blue in original?
There is a blue.
Clearly not a Red Bull drinker over here.
No.
So anyway, yeah, we got to the top 10.
Top 10? Yep, that was pretty good. Wee way out of town.
The accommodation. Oh, no.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
10-minute walk.
Yeah.
As far as you can get without being in the business district.
True.
Like some people. Back at that.
Yeah.
It's a wee way to go. Highly recommend the top 10. Even though they have an Estonian guy who walks around making sure the rooms are all clean and accused us of stains that had been there well before we arrived, just because we were a group of teenagers
Youngins
there who were drinking in their in our flat's courtyard. He decided to blame us for everything.
Bastard.
So that was nice.
It was me leaving early at all. Did that hassle?
No. In fact, we probably could have done it if you maybe if you didn't be so quiet when you left. Maybe if you made a lot of noise and woke everyone up.
Yeah.
Probably would have been better.
Oh, really?
Because checkout was at 10 and everyone woke up at about 9:30.
Oh,
and
okay.
For those people who don't know, we had a hell of a mess to tidy up. We filled a recycling bin and a half full of bottles and stuff like that, and then we filled 3 rubbish bins to the point where they had no rubbish bins left, full of rubbish. So we ended up leaving it in plastic bags outside the bins.
Oh, shit.
We had so much rubbish.
Yes.
And then we had to tidy up the floor because our roof, our skylight in our bathroom leaked.
Yeah.
So we had all the rain that ever fell, because it's a skylight, so it's like in the roof a bit.
Yeah.
It just pull the water in there and then just drip through. So our entire bathroom floor was soaking.
Okay. No, but yeah, when I was leaving, I wasn't sure should I wake everyone up and say goodbye and be a bit of a dick, or because I didn't realise it was check out at 10, so I was like, I'll just be quiet and settle my way out.
That worked out well.
Yeah,
worked out well in the end.
That's good.
So yeah,
it was a good accommodation.
Good place.
Yeah,
good place, man. Not too far from, close to a couple of supermarkets.
Very close. Yeah. Yep.
We frequented them quite often to pick up some animal crackers and beer.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, I forgot the name of the sticks, Marmite sticks I bought.
What?
Do you not remember them?
Marmite stick. What Marmite sticks?
Remember I bought some Marmite sticks?
No. I'm glad I didn't know because I hate Marmite.
No, I think you tried one.
Did I?
Can you remember what are they called? Mr. White will know what I'm talking about.
Are you sure it's not those pretzel sticks?
Yeah, those pretzels. They're Marmite flavoured.
Oh, good. God, no, I don't like them. I usually like pretzel sticks.
Someone said they tasted like burnt cheese.
That was probably me.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I do tend to make up flavours on the spot.
Marmite actually does taste like burnt cheese when you think about it.
It's supposed to, isn't it? It's yeast. No,
is that what they're going for?
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't?
Scientifically, that makes no sense to what I was about to say.
Oh, okay. I see. No, I understand. Yeast, no.
There's no yeast in cheese.
Yeah.
What am I on about?
You're trying to deceive me there.
So yeah, we actually did a pretty good crew.
Yeah.
8 of us in a 4-man room. We had to be very sneaky. We had to tell Mr. White to not walk in chicken.
That was close. She probably saw him and just... Yeah, I'm just walking in the geese.
No, he's our driver. Well, who's the one in the car? He's the other driver.
Yeah, no.
So they
were pretty easy to deceive.
Yeah. Although on the second day after we'd spent a night in the courtyard drinking and eating, that's making a hell of a mess in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The Estonian dude turned up because they had quite a few noise complaints on that first night. Had the Estonian caregiver come in and be like, yes, well, we've had several noise complaints about you lot last night.
Yeah.
And he's like poking his head through the door. And we've got Mr. Pink and Mr. Orange passed out on the couches. Still, like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I can see that, you need to pay probably costs for excess cleaning. I'm like, dude, we'll clean it.
Yeah.
You won't even tell it's the same space, mate.
Yeah.
Because I can tell it's going to be very messy. It's like, yeah, it'll be very messy.
Did he say that?
I'm going to tell it's going to be very messy. I was like, yeah, it's going to be messy, but we'll clean it.
Yeah.
Like, we're not slapsticks. We know how to use Ajax.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yeah.
We did. We showed that Estonian bastard we could do it.
So you cleaned it up all quite nicely in the end?
Oh, yeah, man. It was cleaner than when we got there.
Oh, sweet.
Which was pretty awesome. Even the bathroom, which was so
horrendous.
Mr. Pink did such a good job. He's like, we divvied up jobs like, right, Orange, you've got bedrooms. White, you've got kitchen.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we're like, okay, let's split up these things. And then like, right, who's doing the bathroom? And like, no one wanted to do it. But then out of the blue, Mr. Pink's like, yeah, I'll do it. I got this.
Yeah, well, he put his hands down the toilet one night.
Did he?
Yeah, like, for quite a while.
Why?
He put Weet-Bix in there and it looked like old turds. Then he started like fondling it.
I did not know that.
You should have seen it. It was like, I'm like, why have you got your hands in the toilet? He was quite confident about it too, so...
No, I didn't.
Perfect man for the job.
Didn't have a chance to see Mr. Pink with his hands in the shitter.
No, it was good.
I did not know about that story. So, speaking of stories,
yes.
Do you have any of your time in Queenstown? Because
bear in mind, bit of background. I was 17, so I couldn't enter pubs legally.
I was 18, so I could. So we didn't really see much of each other, which is why I'm asking the question. I've got a goodie.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go first.
Oh, okay. Sort of putting me on the spot there.
Well, if you want me to go first.
Yeah, you go. You kick it off.
Alright,
Kick it off with the
so
goodie.
I'm with a group of undisclosed amount of people. Undisclosed who they are.
Does that include Mr. Brown?
It does include Mr. Brown and Moonlight are both in the group. And Mr. Brown's not really much. Doesn't really. Okay, I'll tell the story first and then I'll explain myself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're trying to get into. We're walking around town, we're doing sort of a pub crawl, trying to sort of audition places for New Year's. Like, where do we want to be for after the countdown? Where do we want to drink after the countdown?
Yeah.
So we decided the night earlier to go out and try and find the place we want to be.
Okay, yeah.
And we were walking around and we went to this real flash first place. Well, oh, this is pretty good. This is the benchmark. We should go have a look around. And we found out that if you hear someone in the street telling you to go somewhere, it was usually packed, expensive, and a waste of time.
Okay.
So people, you'd be walking around like, oh, dude, Winnie's is great. Stay the fuck away from Winnie's.
Yeah.
Go anywhere near Winnie's. And then be like, and then someone would be like, oh yeah, heard this place is awesome. Okay, don't go there. But not many people were saying that Cowboys was awesome, but we hadn't heard that many people saying Cowboys was awesome.
Okay.
So we thought, okay, obviously, we should probably check it out.
Here we go, yeah.
So we go out there and we're like, okay, well, if there's a line, we won't bother. And if there's a cover charge, we won't bother.
Yes.
So we get up there and there's a massive line outside. Okay. And it's supposed to be like a Western bar, like a honky tonk.
Bit of a spaghetti Western.
No, like a honky tonk Western,
okay,
like a solid Western. No Italian bullshit here. So they've got like a mechanical bull and they're playing country Western on the speakers. Yeah. I was like, this is my bar.
Yeah.
And then we saw the line and the cover charge. Like, maybe this isn't my bar. We'll go to a less expensive, less busy my bar.
Yeah. Understand.
And we're sort of standing out there going, oh, well, shit, where do we go? What do we do? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Never mind. And so we were just like, okay, where do we go? And literally at that moment, a bouncer for a place next door came out the back, came out a gate. We didn't even realise there was a bar there. I'm like, oh, there's a bar like right here. And the security guard's like, IDs. Like, apparently we're going into this bar.
Yeah.
So we all whip out our IDs, walk in there. I'm just like, oh, this place looks pretty cool. It's small, quiet, but yet close to the action because Cowboys right across the road. Mm-hmm. You can still hear the country western if you're outside.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
And we walk in, and there's no DJ, but there's a nice soundtrack going.
Yep.
Like, oh, okay, let's go buy some drinks. How much the drinks cost?
Yep. And
we're lining up. I'm like, hold up. Oi, Brown, Moonlight, check this out. Is that Benji Marshall?
Oh, that's fun.
And Brown's not okay. Mr. Brown's not exactly a massive league fan, right? He enjoys it. He knows who he is. He respects who he is, but like not enough of a fan for me in Moonlight.
Yeah.
And Moonlight and I are just like losing our shit. We are fangirling left, right, and centre. We're doing the typical jumping up and down, fanning of the eyes with the hand sort of thing. And I'm like, oh my god!
Can you mention the name?
Who?
Can you mention?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can mention Benji Marshall. So he's right there. Like, holy shit, that's Benji Marshall. I'm gonna get a photo with him, and then I realised instantly, I'm gonna be that dick that ruins his night because he's with his mates. I'm gonna be a dick that ruins his night with his mates because I'm asking for a photo. And I started going through this like massive moral dilemma.
Oh yeah,
like,
stressing me out.
Do I bother the man? He's a legend. I shouldn't bother him. Do I bother him and try and get a photo, or do I just leave him alone? And as I think that, this really drunk dude walks up with Benji, photo, mate. And Benji's like, all right, sweet as. Gets his mate to take the photo. That's sweet as. I'm like, now we're
going for the kill.
I walk in like, Benji, why are you doing photos, mate? He goes, oh yeah, how many? I'm like, there's 3 of us. He goes, all right, sweet as. And so I pose with it. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, like real buddy, like. And I'm, oh yeah, good luck for the season, bro. He's like, oh cheers.
Yeah.
And then we get Moonlight in. Moonlight gets a photo. He's like, yeah. And then we get Mr. Brown in, Mr. Brown gets a photo, and then we're like, and then Benji's like, sweet as, and we walk off, like, good, we got it all done. And then Moonlight looks at his phone and goes, that's a shit photo. No, Moonlight, why? So we had to go back and ask her for a retake.
Oh, did you?
I had to go back and ask for a retake.
What did he start getting?
Oh no, he was still the gentleman of league about life. I just felt like an asshole. I'm like, so sorry, dude. He goes, no, it's right, but I feel like an asshole. And
oh, that's good. I wouldn't have expected him to be like that. Actually, that's cool.
No, and then as I was apologising, I had a bit of a chat to him about the upcoming season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, so what position are you thinking of playing? I was, oh well, not sure between 9 or 10 yet. Sort of, or I'd like a sort of a pivotal role because I was like, yeah, it'd be a waste of talent if you get put somewhere else. He goes, oh, I don't know about that. I'm like, have you thought about fullback? He goes, oh well, fullback. Yeah, well, I thought about it, but we'll see. We'll see what Kerwin wants. I'm like, okay. Just keep it in the back of your mind because if you go fullback, I'm claiming it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. And I walked back to Moonlight and Brown and the rest of the gang, and like Brown's trying to play it cool because there's some chicks there, and he's sort of trying to trying to not look like a pansy in front of them. While Moonlight and I sit there going, "Oh my god, did you see his biceps?" He's so short, but man, he is so strong. And Brown's sitting there, I can tell Brown's like dying. It's like he wants to fangirl with us, but he can't because his chicks are there and he has to play it cool. Which is funny in itself because you can see him. I deliberately started like, oh my god, Benji's the best player in the Bulldogs. Like deliberately making mistakes just to make him angry. I could see it in his face, just getting angry every time.
Yeah.
And Moonlight caught on. Oh man, it got funny. But yeah, Benji Marshall, and I have no idea where that bar was. I have no idea the name of the place. I don't know how it got there. I just know Cowboys turned around and there was a bouncer there. Like, sweet as we're going in here. So yeah, that was one of my highlights.
Yeah. Well, good find.
Oh yeah.
Good find.
If Benji approves, obviously it's a good place to be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's good enough for a league player.
If it's good enough for the league player.
Yeah.
We're not counting Sonny Bill because he just plays whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's... We've talked about Sonny Bill in the past.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that. Do you ever... Did you meet a famous person?
Did you? Alright, we're on the story of famous person. Not quite to the calibre.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Benji Marshall.
Here we go.
In fact, maybe not even quite to the calibre of famous person, full stop.
Right.
But upcoming potential.
Okay.
So, me and Mr. Green.
Okay, here we go.
Mr. Green, we're just rocking about.
Yeah.
I think he's 17. Yeah, he's 17.
Okay.
So he was...
Well, we'll be 17 for this story.
Yeah, because he couldn't enter. And we went to the concert. The
Waterfront concert.
The Waterfront concert. And we're like... I was sort of like, oh, there's a lot of family members here. This isn't really the place to be. And Mr. Green was pretty sort of like, whoa, yeah, I'm loving this music. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just give it a chance. And then he's very talkative, Mr. Green.
Yep.
Or in this case, he's very talkative.
In this case, he's very talkative. Yep.
And so the band's playing, and we sort of push our way to the front. And I'm just like, oh yeah, right in the mosh pit. No, I think you saw
the kids' mosh pit.
It was pretty much a terrible mosh pit. But anyway,
it's just a group of people crowded at the front of the
and
stage.
then there's a band on the stage, sorry.
On the front.
And with a female singer, quite attractive.
Yep.
I'm thinking, oh yeah, nice, quite attractive singer.
You try and hit on her from the stage, from below the stage.
Well, no, that didn't come to mind at all.
So you're sitting there, hi, so what time do you get off? And she's sitting there singing, going, what are you doing? So she finished singing.
Okay,
so she finished singing.
She finished singing, and Mr. Green was like, oh god, I lost my place now. Mr. Green was like, "Ooh, I love your music, blah blah." And she's like, "Oh yeah, thanks." And I'm like, "Oh, she's gonna get annoyed with us if we keep talking to her." But Mr. Green continued to talk to her, and I'm just thinking, oh, she's pretty game to talk to us. And so we keep we're just spinning a yarn to her. She's on stage.
Yeah.
There are security guards there, not bothered. We're here amongst about 100 people.
Yeah.
Listening, and we're just having a conversation with this woman. And I thought, shit, we're the man. And then she's like, oh, I'll give you some of these passes. And we're like, are you serious? Like, what? It's not much of a stage, but, we'll take backstage passes. And so then she's like, goes to a bass player, I believe.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I should get some passes for these guys. They're like in our band and stuff. I'm just like, sweet, this is on. We're gonna like go backstage to this free concert and meet all these people. And then she's just like, oh, sorry, we're out of passes. I'm just like, that was our way.
Do you know what actually happened?
What?
She walked up to the bass player and said, what do you think of those two? And the bass player said, too old, too ugly, get rid of them.
Well, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, here we go.
Too old. No, but it was so close to getting something so awesome.
Yeah, backstage a free concert.
A free concert. Obviously pretty easy to get those passes, considering they were out and that she was just about to hand them to the people in the crowd.
Who were just talking to her.
Yeah.
While these people were waiting to hear more music, you're sitting there having this Mr. Green sitting there fading.
But I'll be nice and advertise their band. It was... can I do this?
Yeah.
Divine Mad... No, what was it?
Oh, good God.
It was either Divine Madness or just Divine. Yeah, one of the two.
Okay, we should probably Google that before we tell them which one it is.
Or
we can just leave that in and make you sound like a moron.
Yeah.
I'm going to plug the band.
I think it was just
I'm going to plug the band. It's called... No, I won't. I don't know it.
I think it was just Divine. Oh, excuse me.
Right.
I think it was just Divine, but it might have had Madness. Sweet. But yeah, no, that was my
that was your
sort of meeting.
That's pretty cool.
As close to a famous person as I'll get.
Actually, okay, I want to know this, alright? So, because I asked you at the time, but I didn't really get the story because it was quite loud. So, it's the night of New Year's.
Yeah. And
it's getting very close, danger close to the countdown.
Yes.
And I'll tell my story.
Okay.
So, the same group that met Benji Marshall were out going to our favourite places, which ended up being a sports bar, a pool bar with a bit of darts on the side. With because it had no cover charge, it was basically empty, and when we went in there, we pretty much packed out the place, so that was pretty cool. And so we chilled out there for a bit, and so we were like, okay, sweet, this is the place we want to be. Sat there drinking for a bit because it was cheap as drinks, and the bouncer's a real nice dude.
Yep.
And so okay, right, countdown. We head down to the waterfront. So we walk down there. We don't really know where to go. So where do we go? Where do we go? How much time we got? 15 minutes. Okay, we'll go right to the waterfront and watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
Okay. So we push around and we're like, do we stand here? No, I can't see much. We keep going round and around and around until there's a bit with not many people near the wall.
Yep.
So we're all standing there. We've got Moonlight, who's 6'4", maybe 6'5", and Brown, who's 6'3", and me, who's just under 6'2", or 6'3", I can't remember. And we're all sitting there. So we're like three, and everyone else is real small. So because it's like a family event, we're just standing there looking around going, I feel like in Japan or something like that. Like, all short, we're massive. And we're sitting there for like last couple of minutes, like, I really need to take a piss. Do I go or do I wait? I'm like, bugger, I gotta go. So I run to the toilets and see a massive queue. It's like, oh no!
Yeah, that's not
so I started to make star jumps and stuff, and I saw a couple of people, and how you going? Well, no, I'm just trying not to pee my pants. And then I walked back, and then the groups moved. I'm like, oh shit, where they gone? It's like 3 minutes to count down. I'm like, oh god, where they moved?
Yeah.
Found him again because Moonlight is 6'5", and I just, there he is.
Yeah.
And we got there and we're sort of waiting down, like, okay, oh man, where's everyone else? I better get my phone out and try and call everyone else. course, New Year's Eve, telecom's down.
Yeah.
Can't call anyone, can't find anyone. Bugger, alright, this will be it. New Year's with Moonlight and Brown. So we sent it there and like, right, 10, 9, 8, 7, and then you know the rest, obviously, it's just 10 to 1. 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! I'm like, Happy New Year, woo! And then from behind me is, holy shit, this is awesome! I turn around like, who's this drunken idiot? And it's you. That's Jason sitting going, yeah! Holy shit! And I start losing my shit, like, how the hell did this work? Yeah!
It was a New Year's miracle.
It was.
Because, okay.
So what happened on your side of the story?
So, I gotta remember it now. Alright. Let me just retrace my steps. Oh, it was before that point in time. There was a few minutes of absolute misery and desperation because I was completely alone.
Yeah.
But anyway, what happened was I was with Mr. White, Pink, and Orange. Mr. Orange.
Yeah.
And
for those Spanish speakers. Yeah.
So we are international.
We are international. Do we speak in Philippines?
I don't know.
Let's hope it's English.
Yeah.
As we were.
Anyway, so I was with them, and then I lost them pretty much.
You lost. How did you lose them?
It's a bit fuzzy.
They're not inconspicuous.
They're not.
White, pink, and orange. They're pretty obvious.
I may have left them because they were doing something and they started boring me.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I bumped into...
so naturally, I left them.
Yeah. Oh, that was about, I think, maybe 40 minutes before midnight. I was like, I'll find someone by then. Yeah. And then about half an hour before midnight, I bumped into Mr. Green.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is a new green.
This is a new green.
Okay.
And...
This is lime green.
This is lime green.
Okay.
And Mr. Green's like, oh, I can't find anyone. And I'm like, same here. There's no one around. Blah, blah, blah. And then he sees some people he sort of knows but wouldn't really spend New Year's with, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, hey, how you going? And we keep looking around. And then he decides to get up on this massive, well not massive, on this park bench seat, plants, flowers, things.
Right.
Everywhere.
Sort of.
Stands up. And it was a good idea. Saw above everything. Time's counting down. I'm thinking, all right, I need to find someone. Now it's about 20 minutes. Then he sees someone that he knows quite well, and I have no idea who it is. And I'm thinking, this is terrible. I'm gonna either stay with him and spend New Year's with him and the people I don't really know very well, or I ditch him and try and find someone.
Yeah.
And so obviously I
made
take the risk.
Oh God. Yeah.
I take the risk and look around. This is like 10 minutes before, and I'm just doing laps of the whole place. Like, couldn't not find anyone. I'm just like, all right, I'm fretting now. I'm like really fretting. Looking around, I can't find anyone. Oh, is that someone? No, that's not someone. I did about like 5 or 6 laps. Wow. And they're like counting down. I'm just like, I'm just going to have to embrace being by myself on the countdown. Of course, heaps of people around me, but no one that I know. So I'm just like, walking along, 9, 3, 2, 1, and then I just see a few figures that appeared familiar. I don't know how to describe it. They just looked familiar, and then I see your figure, and I just think, holy shit! I could not believe myself.
That explains it, because you literally came out of nowhere. Like I was looking around about a minute or maybe 30 seconds earlier. I hadn't seen anyone.
Yeah, no, I was. Oh, that saved the night pretty much. And then I just admired the fireworks with your group.
Is a brilliant story.
Brilliant 2-sided story.
I love that. That's actually. Oh man, that's so good.
But yeah, what were the odds of that?
Pretty bloody low.
I was just trying to find someone, but it all paid off in the end. It was pretty funny.
It's a sign. It's a sign.
Yeah.
We were destined to do this forever.
Clearly. Like right on, it was like right on the actual.
Oh yeah, it was 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, and it was like, after Happy New Year, it was like Happy New Year, and everyone was like sort of turning around to each other, going Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, and I turn around, it's holy shit!
I'm so happy.
This is brilliant.
They were just yelling, loud noises.
It was pretty funny.
It was good. And yeah, so that was a good wee meet up.
Now, should we talk about our, I wouldn't say raid, our failed judgment on what is funny and what's not? Okay, at the top.
But it was very funny to us. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I know you enjoyed it thoroughly. I didn't. I thought it was a little bit funny, but nowhere near as funny as you found it.
No, I was very much enjoying myself.
So we had our flat, and then there was their flat because the guys and girls were separate.
Yeah.
And this man on my right here, you can't see if he's on my right or my left. You don't know if I'm lying, but he is on my right. Trust me.
You can take his word for that.
He decided that he wanted to raid.
Brilliant idea.
Raid. Is that what you?
I think I called it a raid. Or
raid their flat.
Their flat.
Their flat. And I was like, so what's the plan? He's like, I was running there and like pretend we were really, really drunk. And like make heaps of noise and like be real rowdy, like pretend we're going as if we think this is our flat, and like let's make heaps of noise and stuff. I'm just sitting there going, it sounded like a bit of an asshole move, really.
Yeah.
Like it's not a great prank. It's just being dickheads.
Even I was thinking this could come off completely not funny at all. But I just really wanted to piss some people off. I don't know.
I don't know what was wrong with you, but you just really wanted to make people angry.
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
It was a bit strange. So I went along with it because I didn't want you to go and fall flat on your feet. So
yeah, so a bit of laughs. New Year's antics.
Yeah, we run over. Antics. Hey. We ran over there. Or didn't run, we sort of walked because we had no idea what we were doing.
Yep.
And
was it you thought of the idea to unbuckle our pants?
Yeah.
To make us look drunk?
Okay. The concept was we were going to walk in there, make heaps of noise, and then eventually someone's going to come out and try and kick us out. And when they do that, we want to appear as like uncoordinated and drunk as possible. And so the first thought that came to my mind is, as soon as someone comes out, unbutton your pants and undo the fly. So as you walk out, your pants can fall around your ankles, and it looks them trip up on them and spill shit and stuff. So okay, this is definitely what we're gonna do. This is turning out to be quite funny. We walk in there, and
at this point we think, this is great. This is actually going to be a good idea.
And as soon as we walk in there, we're like, this is a bad idea. This is terrible.
But we've committed. We
have to do it now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we forget to realise that people sleep at night time. And when I mean sleep, I mean like REM sleep, like deep sleep where they don't
someone
hear
was
much. A couple of ago. And so, okay, alright, we have to try real hard. It's working hard.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like a flat, man. No. It's ours. Doesn't smell like ours. What do you mean? It smells like baking.
It actually took quite a while to actually get someone to wake up.
Yeah, well, man, we were making so much. We had
a bit of an effort.
We dropped a bottle.
That's right.
We ran to the table and that spilled some stuff. And we knocked on walls. Like, I don't remember there being a door here. And eventually we heard this, who the fuck's in our house?
Yeah.
And we stopped.
We're like, ooh, this is
working. Okay, this is going to be a great idea. And so we're like, Nah, dude, this door should be on our right. What's it doing on our left? Nah, dude, you're so drunk. It's definitely on our right. No, I'm looking at it right now, dude. It's on my left. And then I hear this. Then the door opens, and who is it? But Miss Blue. Now, Miss Blue is very smart because her first response was to not turn on the light, but to flash it.
Yeah.
Flick it on and quickly off.
And I gotta admit, when she flashed it, she pulled off. She was quite scary.
Oh god, yeah.
She was
for someone who is thinking this is funny. a angry woman's face is the scariest thing you can have flashed. It was like paranoia.
Yeah, flashed at you.
It was like a jump scare. It was like, ugh! And not only that,
I was terrified.
Not only because of the light was really bright and actually blinded me. I'm not sure about you, but it blinded me.
Yeah,
but the fact that she looked so angry, and she was like, "Who are you? Like, where are we?
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I?" And she's just like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "We come to bed. This isn't your flat." And I'm like, "Yes."
Just refusing to believe it.
And she's like, "No." And then she flashed the light, saw it was us. I was right. Come on, get out.
Yeah.
Starts walking us out.
Yeah, walked us out.
And I'm like, oh god, she hasn't found this funny. This isn't good. And she's like quite angry. And quite angry. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, make sure the pants fall off. And she's pushing us out the door. I was like, I told you this wasn't our room. And I'm like, no, I swear it was. And then your pants fell around your ankles.
Yeah, I don't think she noticed that.
You tripped up and then you fell into the kitchen bed,
yeah.
which had like a couple of 3 or 4 beer bottles, which spilled onto which fell over and like made heaps of noise. Fell into each other, but they also fell into the sink.
Yeah, so that made a lot of noise.
Heaps of noise as he fell over, and I get forced out like laughing my head off. And she was very angry.
Raging was the...
Very angry. And then what did you decide to do after we did that?
Knock and run.
Knock and run. Do it again. It was... No, and then...
but funny story. We did that knock and run like ages after.
Like an hour.
Yeah, and they were actually... I'm pretty sure just going to bed because I saw their light on.
There were more people... Obviously what happened was...
Yeah.
So anyway, Ms. Blue... Obviously what happened was after she kicked us out, she told everyone else.
Because everyone was awake.
Because people were like, who the hell's in the house? They probably went, Miss Blue, who was that? And she'd be like, oh, well, it was those 2 idiots from the other flat.
From down the road, yeah.
And obviously that sort of got them chatting and like, oh man, they're making so much noise and oh my god, it was so scary. Did you see his pants off? And then... So, like, when we came back to Knock and Run, they were like, right, okay, obviously the Antics have stopped. Let's go to bed.
Which is an hour later.
They had an hour of chatting and debriefing the experience they just went through. And then we decided Knock and Run. And I decided this time I'm going to take a passive role. And I'm going to film it.
From afar.
From afar on an iPod at, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
So it's quite dark, can't see anything, can't hear anything. All you can hear is my laughter and the whiffing noise.
Did you delete it, or is it?
Yeah, it was pointless.
Okay, good.
And you knocked and then ran, and nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
No one cared. Everyone's like, that fucking bastard.
Yeah, literally knock and ran, and that's all she wrote.
That was it.
That was the worst idea of the night. Probably.
Yeah, after the first one he came back, like, oh, that was awesome, let's do it again.
Yeah,
after the knock and run, you were just like, bugger that. That was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, overcooked it, but...
It was still pretty funny. The split was so...
I thought the knock and run was actually going to be really well timed because they just turned the light off.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be so annoying.
We found out the next day that Miss Blue had been very, very scared of us.
Yes, she was terrified of us.
But she also did find it slightly funny when you fell over into the kitchen.
Although some people claimed that we were throwing glasses around.
A lot of people said we were just throwing things. And we weren't throwing.
That didn't happen.
We just fell into them and they made lots of noise. We didn't just walk in like, hey, a beer bottle. And just hit it.
No, we're not violent people.
No, we're
the opposite.
We're physical comedians.
Yeah. We were just...
Which is funny because podcast probably... isn't the way for a physical comedian to be funny. Because you can't have any physical... So you can't see what I'm doing with my arms. Just have to take my word that it's quite odd.
Although you could probably hear a bit of movement.
Probably from the watch. But I could just do that and make it sound like I'm moving my arms like a silly person.
But yeah, no, it was quite funny the next morning as well.
Okay, I want you to give me, because we're coming towards the end by the looks of it.
Yes.
I want you to give me a rating out of 10, your experience of Queenstown. Now remember, your number will be slightly lower as you were not 18 at the time.
Yep.
And so you were bars were out. You had to base your entire experience based on the flat antics, your time in other people's houses.
Yep.
And your time on the waterfront with Mr. Green.
Okay. But are we basing this in terms of like how good a New Year's would be, or just how good going out?
How good New Year's in Queenstown was for you.
Okay. So let me just do a few calculations.
Feel free to think out loud because it's a lot more interesting for an audience that can't see what you're doing.
I wasn't 18. I went out every night. No, that's a lie. First night.
I shouldn't have gone out the first night. I wish I'd stayed home with you guys.
First night was alright. I had to look after. Oh yeah, there's a story.
What? Oh no, don't worry. No.
Long story short, I had to look after someone for 2 hours. It was pretty annoying and shit.
Yeah.
Eventually, the ambulance came and picked off. A long time. I regret it.
And the cops turned up as well.
Did they?
Yeah. There was one cop and a couple
later
of Ambos. No, at the same time, wasn't it? Or was it one of the Ambo guys?
No, they're all Ambos.
Because I heard from outside the... I was inside as drunk green was outside. The sort of dirty vomit green colour. Mr. Green was outside. And the Ambo guys were like, oh, and you could hear like good Ambo, bad Ambo.
Yeah, it was exactly
because there's a woman like, come on, we're just here to help you. Yeah. You need to keep your fluids up. We'll take you to the hospital and we'll give you a little run through and see what's going on. And the dude's like, get up, dude, get up, stand up, get off the chair, get off the ground, stand up. And this woman's like, come on, you can do it. It's not hard. You've done it for most of your life.
And he's just like, and
he's just like, I'll fight you. No, don't do that. If you hit me, I'll hit you back. I'll fight you. No, please don't. No, we prefer if you just came in the ambulance with us.
Yeah, it was a lot like that. And no, there was no cops. It's just ambos. But
okay.
Good ambo, bad ambo. Now that I think about it, they really do.
So that was taking that into account.
I'm going to give it for a New Year's. I'm going to give it a solid. Can I give halves?
Is that a 10?
Yeah, can I give halves?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's thinking of something 0.5.
I'm thinking either. Do you want to tell me what the two scores I'm thinking of?
Okay, here we go.
I'm thinking either 7.5 or 8.
Okay.
So that's roundabout.
Those are the two.
7.75.
What determines the difference between the half and the 8?
Well, the fact that I actually really enjoyed it, and when I left, I was just missing it completely.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to go back, and I felt like a 7 would be a bit limp for something with that experience.
So you just call it an 8?
I'll call it an 8.
Okay. I think that is a very high score for a person who is only 17.
Yes, and there's that factor too, so that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I really, really did enjoy it. Had a mean time in town. We found some pretty mean bars. Benchy Marshall.
Actually, no, I want to give it a 7.5.
Yeah, because you couldn't go to town?
Because there was, a lot of moments where it's just like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
7.5.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Like, the only thing is, the one problem I had with Queenstown was the fact that I had so many people that I wanted to catch up with.
Yeah.
But not enough nights to do so.
Yeah.
And you couldn't stay any longer or go out any more nights because no one was keen to. Everyone's like, no, I went out the past 4 nights in a row and I've got no money. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Which sucked because, I wanted to catch up with Group A and B. I'm staying with Group A, so I spend the night with them. But I also want to go to town with Group A, but I can't because I want to catch up with Group B.
Yeah. You want to go see Mr. and Mrs. Green?
Okay. Yeah. So I want to catch up with Group B, and I see Group C in town, and so I'm like, okay, I'll ditch B for C, and then after a while you realise why you don't hang out with C normally, so you go to Group, and then you find out that Group B is hanging out with Group D, so you go with them, and then you find Group A again, like, well, I need to go to town with Group A, or is it bad? That was the only thing, was I just couldn't keep track of everyone, Because I really wanted to spend the night in the town with you, but I couldn't because
that was a bit shit.
Because I couldn't because I was trying to catch up with all these other people, which is probably my only complaint about Queenstown was that we weren't. It was just too hard to keep track of everyone else. There were too many. It's too small of a place to take everyone in one big group. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like it would have been mean if Group A and B would combine and Group C and D would combine. So that night I could have a night with A and B and a night with B and C and D.
And then go home on the day with the tractor.
Probably.
I would just like to say, if I could do it again, I would.
Definitely.
A few things I would just, not for the sheer experience, but just to do some things a little bit differently. Yeah.
Like we've definitely learned from our experience.
Oh yes.
I'd probably do that over a R&A or an R&V experience again, probably. Because I think I like the town scene more. Just being able to get away from.
Even though I wasn't even let into the bars and stuff, I was still enjoyed the town scene.
Yeah, because of Damien.
Yeah. How's that the first time we mentioned him?
The wee Asian kid who busked every. Did he busk on New Year's night?
I think he did. Yeah, but not the first. No, not on New Year's.
Yeah, he busked on the 29th, the 30th, and the 1st.
Yeah.
He was a smart kid. He earned so much money.
Yeah, he was.
He was brilliant. Good old Damien. I've got a video of Damien. Yeah, so there are a few more stories from Queenstown. We might share them later on.
Yeah.
But probably not.
They'll probably pop up in the seasons to come.
Probably. Although next episode.
Yeah.
Because between episodes, I'm actually going away again on another chunk of holiday.
Yeah.
So when I get back, we'll probably do a holiday wrap up, which doesn't include Queenstown. We'll throw in a couple of Queenstown.
We probably
stories
will, just for shits and gigs.
We think of any great ones between now and then. But
shits and gigs will be the name of the next episode.
Shits and gigs. I thought it was.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking.
I thought it was. What is it?
Working concert skiing.
Working concert skiing. Yeah.
Or was it working walk in Japan?
No, it was
working concert skiing.
It was working concert skiing.
It sounded so good.
It was either that or it was. No, it was sorry. Money concert skiing.
That's right. That sounds better.
Yeah. So that's on the cards next week. I hope you like this new formatted system, although it wasn't really formatted.
This one wasn't really formatted, no. Yeah, it was more. It's not so much free.
We're not that good yet, but we'll make it better. And for those people who complain that the podcast is too long, bugger
yeah.
Don't ruin our experience recording.
Get more spare time.
Get more spare time, man.
Oh, and also another quick New Year's experience.
Here we go.
I apologise to one Mr. Green.
Here we go.
He came at me quite aggressively, complaining about the whole soccer flyer thing. Yeah. So once again, I apologise
to soccer players.
Just soccer players.
Although I do have a request for you.
Yeah.
Seriously, look at the sport.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I finish with, however, I do not take anything back.
No, I don't see the need to. I understand you're angry that we don't like your sport, but seriously, man, come on. Points for flopping? No.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for joining us. Your view and your like and your subscription means absolutely everything to us.
A lot. Even if you have to complain about soccer, give us likes, give us comments.
Any news is good news.
Yeah.
Bad news, good news, complaints, love letters. We don't mind. We'll take it all.
Yeah.
Any feedback is good. Hate mail. We especially like the ones with the cutouts from magazines. Very, very artistic.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe... it's 26. That's when my first death threat is about to come, so that will be fun. First time experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't had mine yet, but I'm sure it's just in the mail.
Oh, yeah. No,
some postman is rocking to all out hate letters.
Some postman is gonna cry. Oh.
That is what you call a callback.
Yeah.
To a song that hasn't been heard for centuries.
That is an old song.
It's a really old song. So yeah, thank you for joining us. of course, we got sidetracked again. In this new formatted system, we got
It's
sidetracked.
Obviously not foolproof as we intended.
But it's season 2, episode 1. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's the season 2 pilot,
Season 2 pilot. This is the one that we go on for 2 hours and talk about nothing.
Yeah.
Because we're excited about the concept. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
We haven't managed to talk about sports and movies.
We've moved off sports and movies. We can no longer compete in the sports and movies category on iTunes. Not that we're on iTunes.
No. So
there would be an ultimate goal, but we need some money for that. So if you
do want us on iTunes, we'd like your opinion.
Yeah, if you do want us on iTunes, please donate, because they actually cost to put along.
Yeah,
Unless you really don't like this free service we're providing you.
Yeah, donations would make the service better.
We'd probably get a proper microphone, some pop filters. I've always wanted a pop filter.
But there's not a lot of donations, so we probably need $100-$200. Perhaps.
Not really. I think so.
Because I'll probably be the only person donating.
Probably. Alright, 3 days. We done?
Go out on the line. Or are we just going to...
Do you have the line to go out?
No. And soccer's still gay.